What's up, Padawans? This is Afro Joe Telekati. I'm mother plugging is. Today we're gonna today we're gonna talk about Eugenia Cooney. But before we do, I'm gonna say this: this has got to stop. This has got to be talked about. This has got to be done because I've seen too many people lose their life because of things that people don't pay nothing attention to because they're too scared to talk about it, or they just don't want to deal with it. And I'm talking about the whole Eugenia Cooney thing, where I say is that this needs to be done, dealt with in an instant. That this has been going on for like a while, and I'm glad that she got help. I'm glad that Eugenie Cooney got help because this should have been fixed way back when Onision was speaking about it, when he was talking about it on his channel, talking about Onision needs to get some damn help. And I said like it's because Onision, I brought this what got brought this to my attention was him talking about it, and I've actually looked her up and saw a couple of videos of hers. And I subscribed and I watched, and I was like, wow. And I checked out a lot of videos just to see what the hubbuba was about because I wanted to see it for myself about Eugenia Cooney and this eating disorder she has. Sorry about that, but so I actually checked it out and I looked, and what got me was I was like, you know what? Onision is telling the truth. He's not pissing on my leg and telling me that it's raining. That he's actually telling like a T I'm motherfucking is. And he's did several videos where he has talked about Eugenia Cooney needed to get help and her mom's being an instigator, that her mom acts like she doesn't have a problem or issues. And I sat there and I watched the interview of Shane Dawson and Eugenia Cooney, and I thought, why does it feel like I'm in a land of rainbows, ponies, unicorns, and butterflies in the morning? Like, let's jump back into TARDIS, come back and get back in the DeLorean, come back to the future. Well, come back to the present. But this should have been done years ago, like probably 2 years ago, 3 years ago, about her going to seeking help. And I'm looking at it like this is such an issue that nobody talks about, that nobody wants to talk about. And I said, when the people do talk about certain YouTube, like when it comes down to certain YouTubers talking about other YouTubers that's got a medical condition like a eating disorder or mental disorder, they get jumped on. Like Onision, when he talked about Eugenia Cooney, people gave him hell just because he spoke on it, and he got a lot of hell for it. And when I did the videos, I was like being blunt, like not blunt, but really telling like it is. Like this girl's on YouTube where kids are everywhere. And I tell a person in a heartbeat, like I am a YouTuber, but my videos are not for kids. My videos are not for kids. And but when you are setting your channel up for kids and you have an eating disorder, oh my God, it causes an issue. And the reason why I say that because you're targeting kids. Like you're targeting kids that's going into their teens. You gotta think about it when you're have an eating disorder and you're sitting up there like, uh, I'm gonna target my channel to kids. You're sitting up there talking to kids that are going into the teens. You know, you get in your teens. That's what they love. what is it? Puberty kicks in and all this and that. They don't know what the hell's going on. They're just kids. Hey, because everybody was kids, and this is not the place to even have a disorder and be on YouTube. Because when you have an eating disorder and you know what the hell is going on in this country about kids today, that we have a high, not like Japan does, but we do have a high rate of kids committing suicide because of bullying and depression and uh, was depression and their sexuality, sexual origins, or their gender. They're committing suicide over it. But when you add eating disorder, that makes it even worse. But I think she should have stayed, not to be mean in any way, but I think she should have stayed in rehab to seek more help before even coming back to YouTube to even do an interview. Because one thing is, you don't want to come back too fast and be like, "I'm ready to do a damn interview." Yeah, no, no, no. You're giving up the wrong message. But, but I sat there and watched. Excuse me, but Jacqueline Glenn's video when she was talking about this, about she's saying the same thing that what she's saying is almost like the same thing that Onision's been saying for like a few years now about Eugenia Cooney, about uh she needs to seek help. She needs to get help. She needs to get away from her mother. Because even Onision said her mother is instigating it, not helping whatsoever. She wants her daughter to die. And I think that's more true than a lie. Because I've noticed that her mother is not wrapping her head around her child being sick. And the reason why I say that is because her mind is too much on that money instead of on that child. Like, that's your child. I know she's in her 20s, but hell, shit, that's still your child. And she said that Jacqueline Glenn has actually said she tried to get Eugenia Cooney to seek help. And if you look at the Shane Dawson interview, Eugenia Cooney say, "Well, I had people trying to bully me for the wrong reasons." I know that's not saying, but they trying to bully me for the wrong reason. They trying to make me do things that I don't want to do, and then it's not right. They want to put the lipstick on my booty, whatever shit. But that'd be funny if I mean, but the girl try to get Jacqueline Glenn is your friend. Like, you got to know Nissan out. You never thought on Nissan would do this. Like, this dude doesn't have a heart, but he went out his way. It's like, this girl needs to seek some help. Like, really, somebody call 911 or get her somebody. And what makes it worse is that she's been brought up several times on TV. She's been brought up by Dr. Phil. She's been brought up by the doctors. They have actually wanted to have a sit down with her, but she declined. Dr. Phil and the doctors about her health issues. And it's awfully funny that she goes like, declines. I was like, when you got a doctor say, "I ain't want to sit down and talk to you." No, that's all right. I'm okay. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm cool. I'm gonna sit here in my little corner and eat one Skittle. Like, damn, seek some help, girl. And this picture you see, I posted up on Instagram, and I sat there and posted what I say. I said, what was it? Two people try to help Eugenia Cooney, but Shane Dawson is getting all this love for an interview. I said, it's awfully funny. It's like, how is it that two people trying to help her get so much hate, but Shane Dawson gets so much love for an interview? How does that work? That's what I'm questioning. How does that work? And that's something I don't understand. It's like that's the biggest thing I'm trying to figure out. And like I just got a comment on that video on that picture saying Onision's not a good person. N- Like, boy, did you like when if he watched this video, he needs to realize it. But no, that's what I said. That's like uh, Onision and Jacqueline Glenn were the only two people besides Keemstar wanting Eugenia Cooney to get help. But Shane Dawson gets tons of love for an interview. How did two people get so much hate for trying to help Eugenia Cooney, but Shane Dawson get tons of love? That is the question. How do two people that are well-known YouTubers get so much hell, and hate because they try to get people to pay attention about this girl with an eating disorder, but Shane Dawson gets a lot of love for the interview. Tell me something I don't. And I'm sitting up there looking at the CEO of YouTube, CEO of YouTube, and I'm questioning her. It's like you allow this to go on. You can sit there all day and say, "Well, she's not breaking any TOS," but you got to remember, you have kids roaming the site. It's like back when I was a kid. I remember, like I said, I'm 34 years old. And I grew up through the 80s and 90s, and I remember when TV will censor like hell, like when they censor like you could say shit, fuck, damn, bitch, ass. You can say those words. Then in mid 90s, they allowed you to say ass, bitch, and damn, but only three times in an episode or three times per week in a show. But like you really couldn't like if you was a celebrity and you was gay, you couldn't be on no show. Pretty much, you couldn't be a gay person to be on the show back in the 80s and 90s. And plus, before that too, you couldn't. Before the 80s and 90s, you couldn't even be gay and be on TV. Pretty much, like back then, homosexuality wasn't taken seriously. It was more of a joke than something serious. Now it's like everybody's taking homosexuality serious. Now on YouTube, how do you take an eating disorder serious? That's the question. Like, why is Shane, like, to me, Shane Dawson knows better. And he's more like, I'm going to put butterflies on this interview and yada yada. No, dude. Be real, man. Be a man. I don't give a fuck if you gay, straight, whatever. Fuck, man. Shit, fuck that bullshit. But when you doing something dealing with mental health or eating disorder, you got to be a man and actually handle it like a man. Not like how do you handle it like a man, like a grown person. Like you don't butterflies and rainbows and shit. You don't sit off in your car and play. I noticed it. Have anybody noticed it in the interview the whole time that Shane Dawson's sitting up here popping pills, or was that just me by myself? Like I noticed that. Like I noticed Shane this whole time Shane Dawson was popping pills through the interview. I thought that was kind of weird though that he was popping the pillies through the interview. But that's just something. But but like I said, this should have been done better. Now this is getting, like I said, getting out of hand with this whole Eugenia Cooney's incident. I think she needs to go back and seek more help instead of sitting up here doing rainbow interviews with Shane Dawson. But that's my thought on this. Tell me what you think down in the comment section. Follow me on Twitter. Uh, follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Tumblr. What else? Subscribe to my channels. Hit that bell for notifications. All that's in the description. And don't forget to check out my other channel. Cause I'm gaming on that channel. But tell me what you're saying. I'm Afro Joe the Wookie. If you know anybody that has an issue, have eating disorder or a mental disorder, please seek help. Please get them help. And that's all I'm saying.